What's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning, man. Took a few days off, man. Took a few days off, man, to get my mind right. You know, took a few days off, like I said, man, to get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Not only that, analyze. What do you want for your life? What do you want for your life? Do you want better for your life? Or do you want to go through this revolving door of doing the same thing over and over and over? Now, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not perfect. Right? There's times where I tend to fall myself back into those same depressions. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I'm backsliding. You know what I mean? And stuff like that, right? I'm not perfect, right? But I do know what I want for my life, right? And this is the thing, right? There's times where I do certain things and man, I'm a human being, dude. I'm a human being just like everybody else. I get scared, you know. I get scared. I get depressed, man. Just like everybody, right? Or I don't know, right? I don't know about. But that's just me, right? But anyways, man, we're back on. It's Monday, May 19th. 8:03. About to get this workout in before I go to work. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, right? The workout stay the same, right? Right? Push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, right? Nothing crazy. But yeah, man, there's times, man, like I said, right? At least for me, there's certain things that I'm barely finding closure in my life that were in my past, right? And like I always tell you guys, right? I mean, I'm not perfect, man. I'm not perfect, right? But it gets to the point where at the same time, like I tell you guys, right? It's like, all right, bro, what are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong? Evaluate what you're doing wrong. And like I always said, a lot of these things, right? People, places, and things, right? But let's get on these push-ups, right? But yeah, man, other than that, workout stays the same. It's about to be summer. It's about to be summer break for the kids, you know? So the next thing's for sure. The next thing is just making sure, like always, like it's an everyday thing, just making sure I keep my son busy, you know? And not necessarily my son, both of us, right? Because when you have, or at least me, man, when I have too much time on my hands, man, trust me, I can make just a mess out of just my own situation, what I got going, right? So stay busy. Always try to stay busy. Keep your kids busy. Keep your kids active. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because more than anything, like I always tell you guys, right, about setting these examples for your kids. If you have kids, a lot of you guys, or a lot of people, have like young siblings. You know what I mean? Man, set good examples, man. Because we're living in a world where things that really don't have nothing to do with anything, that don't really matter, are like, how can I say it? People reward bad things out here, you know what it is, bro. Look at like I always said, right? Certain things, these are just certain examples, right? And I'm not knocking nobody, but look at the rap music, right? Bro, these people make so much money, and just look at the things that they promote, right? the saying, man. There's always people that are paying attention, right? Siblings. You know, if you have children, things of that nature, you know? And like I always say, right? Like I get it, right? Sometimes we're not in the best state of mind and we go through things, right? I get it. I understand. So what you want to do is you always want to put your best foot forward all the time, man. Every single time, right? And always try your best, you know? Always try your best. Like I said, man, I'm not perfect, man, and I go through things and I battle with things, right? But like I always tell you guys, even in my lowest and in my worst, you're always going to get the best out of me. Or the best me, you know what I mean? So let me go down here. Push-ups, bro. Dang, bro, my angles are all messed up this morning, bro. Angles are all messed up this morning. Oof. Hey, man, my angles are all messed up this morning, right? But it's all right, though. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, right? Everything starts with self. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you want for yourself, for your life, right? And yeah, man. I'm telling you. See, life. Now, don't get me wrong, right? It ain't like I'm just an expert or anything, because I'm not. But life is about growth, right? Life is about elevating, at least for me, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know, having a strong mind, body, and soul. It's a connection, right? It's a connection. It is. And like I said, right? My physical, I might look good physically, but if my mind's not mentally strong, it's like, you know, you can't have one without the other, pretty much. Just 5, right? Just 5. I know I did a little bit more on the other one. But yeah, because I took some days off. So I don't want to just, you know, you don't want to, you know, at least me, I don't want to get ahead of myself, you know? I don't want to get ahead of myself because I'm going to be honest, right? Right now, I feel unbalanced. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel unbalanced, you know? But it's not for no reason. I feel unbalanced, right? Because that's what I found a way to unbalance myself. You know what I mean? By having too much time on my hands, and now I'm just messing around. I'm not focused on the things that I gotta be focused on. You know what I'm saying? But that's my fault. You know? And now it's time. And I know I always say it, and I always say it, right? But really, bro, like I said, ain't nobody gonna get you in the situations, or get you in, or get you out of the situations that you put yourself through. So, like I always tell you guys, right? Accountability. Be accountable for the things that you do. So yeah, I feel unbalanced. You know what I mean? Everything, right? I don't feel like my mind is where it should be. In the sense of like, you know, like I said, right? I'm not perfect, right? You know when you take 20 steps in the direction that you want to go in life, but then you make that wrong little turn or you make that wrong little mistake, and then that one little mistake can cost you 50 steps back. You know what I'm saying? Just something like that, right? I feel unbalanced, you know? I feel a fogginess in my brain, right? But that's like I said, right? That don't have nothing to do with nobody. That just has to do with me, with the decisions that I decided to take. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that though, life is bro, it's you gotta work at it. You gotta work at it every single day, you know what I mean? And like I always tell you guys, don't nobody know what you gotta work on but you. You know what I'm saying? So because don't nobody know the things that you gotta put down but you. And like I always tell you guys, bro, can't nobody put the things down that you need to put down for you. Can't nobody stop drinking for you. Can't nobody stop. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, right? Can't nobody work out for you. Can't nobody eat clean for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, life is about growth, right? And we're not perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Just know and understand that. Not necessarily, yeah, know and understand and acknowledge when you do wrong. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, right? Do not stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. Move forward. Like I always tell you guys, don't let your mistakes, and not necessarily your mistakes, don't let this life, bro, turn your heart cold, man. It's not worth it, bro. You know what I mean? Like I always said, right? Around certain people, you know, and, you know, around younger men and women, bro, always set a good example. Always put your best foot forward. All the time. All the time. Push-ups. Also, too, man, thank you guys for the people that been subscribing, commenting, you know. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate the people that tell me like, hey, man, you motivate me, man, this. I appreciate all that, right? You guys, and not only you guys, too, like, obviously, like, first things first, you know, my son, you know. But then you guys, bruh, you guys motivate me, man. There's times where, like I said, right, I'm not perfect, right? I'm living this life just like everybody else, man. I be wanting to quit. I be ready to throw in the towel, you know what I mean? But then I know my responsibility. I know my responsibility. I know what I have to do, you know? In the sense of, I know that this is my due. This is the least I can do, right? Is help the next person with just the words that I speak, with just the words, the experiences that I go through, that go on in my life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So yeah, nothing crazy right here, man. Quick little workout, man. Then I go to work, take care of business, and then come home, man. Come home and get to find peace. I mean, I'm at home, right? But I'm saying, find that peace, man. I feel so unbalanced, right? I feel so unbalanced. And it's just, I beat myself up because it's like, why? Why, Caesar? Why did you decide to take a few days off when you could have just kept going? But look, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us, right? Like I said, don't nobody knows what you gotta do in life but yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, right, whenever you feel like you want to quit and throw in the towel, bro, that's when you need to go even harder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, everything's gonna be... Look, and like I always tell you guys, right? If you're going through a bad situation, man, situation of uncertainty, man, of you just don't know. Look, man, you gotta let go, man. Let God take care of the situations, right? Like I was saying, you know, about a week ago in a few videos, right? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, right? Bruh, mind your business, bruh. Take care of what you gotta take care of and live your life. And work on the areas where you gotta work on in life. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we all need work, bro. We all need work, bro. Ain't nobody perfect, bro. So when you feeling down and you feeling low and you're feeling insecure, it's all right, man. Don't pay attention to what the next person is doing, bro. Don't pay attention to what the next person got to. Don't pay attention to what the next person, because that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Fix you. Worry about you. Worry about what you're doing. Worry about what you got. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about the next person, bro. All right, man, about to get this little, you know what I mean? Wrap this little workout out. Go to work, man. That's it. Take care of my business at work. Take care of you guys yourself, man. And like I said, right, bruh, you cannot have one without the other, bruh. You cannot be physically fit, bruh, but then your mental game is just super weak. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You gotta work out, bruh. Like you know, when you're working out, bruh, you can't, and then, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, you can't just work out on your chest all the time, bruh. And now your chest look right? But everything else, right? Everything, your whole rest of your body, bruh, it look bad, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, right? Excuse me. With your physical, with your mental, and your emotional. Work on all of them. Work on yourself. Be the best you that you can be. And we're not perfect, right? Trust me. But yeah, man, take care of you guys yourself. And man, we coming stronger, bro. Is that a booger? Anyways, bro, we coming strong, bro. We coming right, bro. And I appreciate everybody that's been commenting, everybody that's been subscribing. Thank you guys, man. And I'll see you guys till next time.
Peace.